Now at 6, this is a live picture from Madison where people are taking to the streets after the DA decided not to file charges in the police shooting death of Tony Robinson. And the Dane County DA made that long-awaited announcement a few hours ago.
He ruled the officer was justified in his use of deadly force. We have live team coverage from Madison. Our Lacey Crisp is with the protesters upset over the announcement.
But we begin with Julia Fellow, who has more on today's decision. Julia?
And Mike and Carol, we learned more in this news conference than ever before. Despite this, the DA expects a public outcry. We just saw demonstrators walking down MLK. They are headed towards the Madison Police Department and are inching towards the Capitol behind me. The DA is calling for peace tonight. District Attorney Ishmael Ozain understands emotions are running high and wiped away sweat as he read his decision.
This tragic and unfortunate death was the result of a lawful use of deadly police force.
Demonstrators stood outside the public safety building soon after, holding a Justice for Tony sign.
No justice!
No peace!
The DA revealed Officer Matt Kenny went into the house where Tony Robinson Jr. was because he had heard arguing inside the apartment. DA Ozain says dash camera video shows the officer grabbed his gun before walking up the apartment steps.
And someone yelled, "Well, the police are here." He said Tony Robinson immediately turned the corner and struck him with a closed fist on the left side of his head.
Ozain says the officer fired 7 bullets at close range, all of them hitting 19-year-old Tony Robinson Jr. The dash camera caught his last shot.
Tony Robinson's feet appear almost instantly in the doorway after Officer Kinney is seen exiting the residence.
And toxicology reports show that Tony Robinson Jr. had marijuana, shrooms, and prescription Valium in his system at the time of this officer-involved shooting. The investigation also reveals that no one else was inside the apartment other than Tony Robinson Jr. when Officer Matt Kenny went into that apartment the day he was killed on March 6. Reporting live from Madison, Julia Fellow, today's TMJ4.
All right, thanks, Julia.